Siege has now been around for long enough that it's starting to usher in a second, if not third generation of superstars. We've gone from sailor-mouthed strategists and avian SMG-11 savants to sweet, humble-as-hell YouTubers and 4 adoring Frenchmen with aim that'll make your legs shake.
Good little quick peek, but no shots connect. Oh, baby, good night.
And while it is true that certain crazed canucks and ota-crying demons are still going strong, a new era of household names have started to cement themselves. In their prime, prodigies, who were young enough when Siege came out that they were raised by it, born in it.
It's only up to Rempe now. He's going to be able to go for a clutch as well, for an ace clutch even. He gets 2 to start it off. That's a potential third, but Dan survives just barely. It's the third one to come through. He spots one more. He's going to be able to get that one. He swings around the corner. He gets a little bit out. No way, he gets a quad kill. That is his second clutch in a row. What are we seeing right here, Emmy?
But what if I told you that Siege's newest breakout star sort of came out of nowhere? That the name on everyone's lips right now wasn't some electric Challenger League offering or European Beaulo-to-be, but instead a belligerent, loudmouthed Batman wannabe?
What?
Up there. Is it?
On vengeance. Today, I'm here to evangelize you all about David Iconic Ifidon, the suave sight-stormer who, against every odd, became the newest, fiercest face of the NAL.
And it's in the favor of really no one right now, but Astralis takes the cake after everything settles. Marm now alone. She's been in these clutches before, but this one's going to be asking a bit too much.
Bro, I was out of the bro, that's all. Dude, I had to rap on that motherfucker, bro. You didn't know where I was.
So where did Iconic's Siege journey begin? How did being benched, barely avoiding relegation, and embracing an oppressive meta result in him topping the league whilst donning one of the most elite jerseys in esports? And in what sense has our boy gone from the to the stars?
Is it shot in midair because it doesn't go off? Iconic picks up kill number 3, kill number 4, and he gets them all! Iconic with the ace!
Alright, so before we start talking about King Iconic, I must ask that you lovely Siege heads like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Also, be sure to check out our newest interview series, Unmuted. Our last episode saw yours truly sit down with the boy Bolo. We ran some ranked, unranked, talked all things Siege, and laughed as some of his fanboys went insane.
Wait.
So,
Tell me, please. Are you real? Please. Please be real, bro. Please.
what's good?
Let's go! Oh my god!
Okay, so in order to understand how Iconic went from a scrappy up-and-comer to a world-class entry fragger with the swagger of an NBA superstar, we need to talk about where he came from. Like many of Mr. Clancy's nastiest disciples, Iconic actually got his start on console, where he showed early signs of promise.
And then around Skull Rain, I got into the game more seriously. I just played it more and more on Xbox. I actually really fell in love with the game, and then that obviously made me want to get a PC to switch to PC. Then I switched to PC at the end of Chimera. So those are that's the seasonal time window.
The second he switched to PC, Iconic began leveling up his game at an almost inhuman rate. This guy was truly willing to do whatever it took to be the best.
I was just doing everything possible. I was watching YouTube videos from a whole bunch of different creators at the time just to learn the game better. And I would just keep evolving into that next level of okay, I'm gonna learn from these content creators. All right, I'm gonna learn from these pro players. And I just kept getting better and better at the game.
In just under a year, Iconic went from cutting his teeth in ranked and face at 10-mans to duking it out alongside other aspiring up-and-comers in the Cyber Athlete Championship Series, Siege's most reputable and influential amateur league.
One will drop the hatch, he'll find one, but he's got a lot more to find. He'll find two, actually, but Iconic will finally shut him down.
Part of the reason for Iconic's meteoric rise was his attitude. You see, Iconic wasn't your average, everyday, grinder mentality ranked demon who quit competitive every 3 weeks via Twitlonger. He was a hard-nosed, hard-in-the-paint competitor, literally.
Like, it was just a new grind, because I played basketball for like all my life before gaming, and then I kind of got hooked on gaming, and I just wanted to make it.
But Rudy just keeps getting frag after frag. Iconic rushes straight through some gunfire, takes down one, takes down two.
Hello?
There's a 1v1. Why are you picking him up? Iconic is pushing.
Yeah, when I told my parents that I wanted to quit basketball and like just switch to gaming, I told them I was on Xbox, and I was like, I feel like I could go pro. They trusted me with that.
But the other reason Iconic stood out was his playstyle. Let's just say that our boy was a bit of a W warrior. At times, he could be the scariest Ashe main alive.
Very dangerous position there for Mort. He's going to get chased out. Iconic will get another one. Lags will get one. So will Brady. And just like that, 2 minutes in, it's a 5v1. Only one left. A long angle for the Maestro.
Oh,
but
my
nothing he can do about it. Iconic drops 3 big ones.
I'm just a chaotic player. That's all it is.
Other times, well...
But actually, Iconic is going to rush straight through. Anthony guns him down.
How the pro saw me that time. Some of them thought I was a moron. I wasn't that smart of a player. But I really don't care anymore, like, about what they think.
But it was actually that very unpredictable explosivity that made Iconic such a highly touted prospect. So by the summer of 2020, just 2 years after switching off of console, his dream of competing professionally became a reality.
I got the spot for Sonics, like right before my birthday, and basically then I was like already enrolled in college that fall. So basically I just deferred that semester, and I just went to Harrisburg a few days after graduation and just got after it.
Begs himself in Alfama. Nice rotate underneath by Iconic. Takes down Grixer, trying to push up white stairs. Now it's all down to call out with that G8. Can't even win out that fight though. Iconic's all over that kill feed.
Iconic's a pretty smart player in terms of identifying like opportunities and not being afraid to push it, whether you fail or succeed. It's better to try something and, you know, lose a gunfight or die that way than it is to just sit there and wait for something to happen.
Unfortunately, despite performing quite well individually, Iconic's stint with the Sonics came to an abrupt and rather publicized end after he and 3 of his teammates were benched after only 6 months.
It was just an opportunity to kind of get my name out there and just kind of sink my feet in the water and play Pro League for the first time. What it showed me in like my career-wise is how important it is to have a team around each other who can be with each other inside and out of game. And on that team, it was just a lot of internal issues that just kind of exploded.
What Iconic wanted was a roster that was cohesive enough to complement not only his chaotic playstyle, but his commitment to becoming a world-class competitor. Thankfully, he had just the lineup in mind.
It was just mainly me just going, I wanted to go to DG, just kind of join a team that I knew that like I could enjoy the environment and I could push us to be better. I just felt like I could really go there and bring what they needed to help them like achieve more.
Joining Disrupt in March of 2021 felt like a homecoming for Iconic. This was the type of roster he'd always envisioned himself playing with. One that would enable him to express himself as a player, both in official matches and in the so-called shits.
Dave on the grid? Dave in the shit. Italy type B. Oh my god!
I can't stop laughing, bro.
What a shit. Oh!
Nice.
Oh! What the f? Where am I, bro? Where am I? Where am I? What, bro? What?
You see, Iconic was a hectic, instinctual fragger, one who thrived on being in the throes of battle.
They know they've got him trapped in the bathroom. He'll get flashed out. There's a deployable shield behind him. All the flashbangs landing. A great pivot from Kansan. Can he make a miracle work from the spot? He's got some access to the diffuser. He'll be stunned out of his mind. And he's got the follow-up, but Iconic is better. That was almost possible for Kansan to pull off, but it's just a little bit too late.
Iconic's pushing dirt. Iconic's pushing dirt right now. One's underneath on bomb. Underneath hatch.
Yeah.
That's dead. Cade dead.
Oh, I'm gonna stop.
Oh! Oh my god!
I mean, I feel like being in the shits is it's just fun. There's not really any thinking. You're just kind of like just reacting off what you see. I mean, so it's just a fun way to play Siege. That's all it is, really.
Unfortunately, in spite of Disrupt's very promising start, their results steadily worsened over the course of 2021's 3 stages.
Stage 2 wasn't too bad. It was mainly the last game against Sonics. We just kind of, when we lost that to make the major, it was kind of like a blow that the team never really recovered from.
Super pops up, outdueled by Retro. Kansan firing away. He's taken down. It'll need to be Rexon to play a hero. And he's getting a ping. He sees him, but can he get the position? Yes, he can. And the Sonics will get their spot at the Mexico Major. They take it 7-4.
Going into stage 3, it was just like, we just weren't working nearly as hard enough as we needed to. Like, after that season, the SI quals, it was just like, it was kind of like just like the end of the team in a way. Like, we just weren't working.
It didn't help that going into stage 3, Disrupt had undergone an extremely awesome, but sort of ill-timed Astralis rebrand. Here you had one of the most respected and prestigious jerseys in European esports being donned by a group of North American miscreants who were fighting to not get relegated.
They get this huge org this stage, come in under this huge mantle, and it's basically just fizzled out. All of the hype behind them, I mean, the hype is still there per se, but like, it's not as bold as it once was.
Obviously, like, you can say it came at a bad time, but everything happens for a reason. You know, we had to go through that just to kind of learn, career experience, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, it was a bad time, but it was a good time at the same time.
Going into 2022, it had become abundantly clear that something had to change for Astralis. Resetting the culture of the team was important. So with that in mind, the org brought in Callout as their new coach, alongside Forest as their 5th.
Our whole thing was just to work as hard as we could work, and like the results will speak for themselves.
And sweet baby Jesus, did they ever. Come the very first day of the next stage, Astralis were decimating the competition. And Iconic, this dude could not be contained.
He's sitting pretty right now. All he has to do is wait. He's got some pings. He's got a free swing. And he's got the clutch and the map win for Astralis.
Day after day, dub after dub, Astralis started cementing themselves as the NAL's unlikeliest juggernaut, and Iconic, its newest, nuttiest superstar.
Miss Nade almost claims the ace of DP Fire and could have claimed a Selma as well. There goes the Adrenal Surge and the Finka walks right in, down goes Spirits, and there's more as Iconic continues to fire away. How do you even combat that? Is it shot in midair because it doesn't go off? Iconic picks up kill number 3, kill number 4, and he gets them all! Iconic with the ace.
Iconic currently held back on White Stairs, a little bit too close to it as well. That could hurt him in the long run. That's another bullet he can't take inside of this fight suddenly. Benji is going way down the field in the meanwhile here as he's outside big window, but Iconic might realize that he's going to force the issue. Does Benji?
No, Benji!
Wait, Iconic! Okay, he survives the nade, and Iconic with a massive clutch there, taking off his head.
In the server, he was an absurdly aggressive entry whose balls-to-the-walls playmaking bordered on belligerence. Outside of it, he was tweeting out NBA-style fit pics and cryptic Batman memes, confirming that he was becoming one of the game's biggest personalities.
Sunglasses going on the, during the game too. What's the edge there? Do you feel like there is an edge?
The sunglasses, we're just about fashion on this team. That's it.
Hello. I've been looking forward to this.
You ain't me, bro.
it's just meme to me. All it is. I just I saw the Batman trailer. I really liked it, and then I was like, me and Henry, our social media manager, were like, I'm like, bro, I need a nickname, and he was like, make one now. And I'm like, bro, I'm the Bat. Batman was just like the perfect thing for me, because it's like, I'm not a hero, but I'm not like a villain either. I'm just on my vigilante arc.
Now, part of the reason for Astralis' sudden, unstoppable explosivity was, of course, their infrastructural overhaul. But the other reason was how dynamic they were. You see, while everybody else was, let's say, demoralized about LMGs and decreeing attacker repick to be the demise of competitive Siege, Astralis were using an admittedly oppressive meta to their advantage. They weren't just playing the hand they were dealt, they were doubling down on it.
The main thing is attacker repick. Just it adds like a different level of like creativeness to the game, just how well and how fast you can adjust lineups like round by round. But the LMG meta, it's just like, I don't control the meta we're in. Like, if the LMG is the best gun for like that entry up, like, I'm just using it. Like,
the question, come the Charlotte Major, was how Astralis, and specifically Iconic, would fare internationally.
There's a lot of question marks.
Iconic is just playing with fire.
He also is wildly inconsistent.
The answer? Well, you tell me.
J90 finds one, make it a second as well. They found the kills they need, but Rafal pulls two back, but can they shut him down here? Sat inside a bleeper, C4 over the top, diffusers on the ground, and 15 seconds to play. J90 makes it 3. A 4 versus 2. It's Monty and the Shaiko against the world. It's not looking good. Iconic with the 3K is down. Forrest with the close. It'll be a defuse coming through.
What now? I can't hear y'all anymore. Can't hear y'all anymore. I can't hear y'all anymore.
It felt as if other, more seasoned rosters were still accustomed to this rigid, methodical, step-by-step style of Siege, and that Astralis' wildness was just too synergistic to be stopped. They didn't just play off of calls, they played off of each other, better than any roster in the world.
That's a nice nade that'll go on down, and it connects onto Rise. Astralis start off the killing. That is exceptional for their fans. Again, you have almost 100% chance of winning if you get the very first pick, and there's another for Iconic.
Our style is probably a bit, like it takes a bit getting used to, so probably had a bit of shock effect to European teams we played throughout our groups. I mean, we came in, we didn't really look at it like we're playing international, like we didn't say it's gonna be like a completely different game. Just kind of came in like it was gonna be like just a regular game of Siege.
And it's up to Bibu, but how about another flawless round for Astralis?
Oh my God, Bibu! I can't even look at you right now, but I'm looking at you! I'm looking at you! I'm looking at you!
By the time they reached the grand finals, it had become resoundingly clear that whatever happened in this next best-of-5 barn burner, this roster was the real deal.
Shuttle knows this. Bad target prioritization. The Jaeger peaks. Panbazoo goes down. Shuttle with the 4K. All he needs is Hyper to complete the ace and send Astralis away with the win. Diffuser in the hands of DP Fire. Shuttle will need to watch. Where will they come from? Hyper now peaks on the other side of the bomb site. He's got the clock working against him. Give him the goddamn ace and give them the goddamn map. Through dorms, but it's a game of keep away. They've dropped in, and now he'll be vulnerable as he goes with the diffuser, and it's an easy finish with Iconic's Nitro Cell. Shotgun at close range. Iconic. Let him go in. No! Iconic, be patient. Be patient. What are you gonna do? You know two are there, and he gets them both. There's only one remaining, and Astralis are in good shape. And JR and 4K from Iconic.
Batman showing up. Save the day, save the round.
In spite of falling short with a second place finish, Astralis bullied their way onto Siege's international stage and proved that their fast-paced, guns-up philosophy for shitting on people was truly first-rate.
I just want to say, though, that they're an incredible team. They just made this roster. They just had Forrest and Colin come in, and already they're making incredible strides. they're truly a world-class team, and it was a pleasure to play against them.
As for Iconic, he showed everyone that he was more than just a console kid with a dream. Not only is he re-injecting life back into the NAL in a big way, he's ushering in a new era of Siege superstar. One who values style as much as substance, if not a little more sometimes.
I always think that I'm the best player in the lobby, no matter who I'm playing. Just not really much to it.
B drops. Peeking.
Iconic. Wow.
Kind of like, I don't know, it was really hard. Like, these kids were going so insane that it was like pretty hard, I think, for him to like not engage. Like, he was very nice, he was extremely kind to them, he was really cool, he's such a nice guy, right? Like, he was so cool. But like, these kids were going bonkers, like actually bonkers, like screaming at each other, like, oh my god, it's ball. Like, they were actually like